Hi, welcome on our stream, and I want to finally make the lining, and I don't think this will be enough. I set the title to making the lining, and I didn't actually check if I have enough fabric for the lining. I think I definitely don't have enough fabric for the lining. So everything is already going terribly. Yeah, I could probably manage to fit just the fronts in here, but then I won't have enough, definitely won't have enough fabric for the backs. And I don't have any other fabric. What is this, like nice with drums? Yeah, maybe a bit late. But I think yesterday I started later. I was more late. So yeah, that is definitely not enough fabric for the lining. I don't have anything for the lining. I will have to actually buy some fabric. A bit late. Yeah, maybe I should try not to be that late. Maybe not. Maybe I won't go as far as actually starting on time, but I could start like, I don't know, 2 hours late instead of 3 hours late. Okay, that is not enough. In that case, I have to modify the plan, modify the task list, and start with this pocket mockup. And this I can remove. Do I want anything else? Don't really care. You do what works. And what if it doesn't work? Yeah, there's so much stuff going on. Like I have all of those renovations, all of the plaster, removing the plaster, lots of dust everywhere. Then after taking care of that, then we'll change. We change what we do. I really need to concentrate on video editing, because I think 2 weeks ago I was saying that I have to post a video next week at the latest, and now it's 2 weeks later, and I still didn't do any progress. So yeah, let's wait. Let's clock in on that, and I will try to do the pocket mock-up, because I have no idea how to make those pockets. I printed this book. Maybe there as soon as I can get there to help. I'm really not good with making multiple things at once, like having multiple things going on, because even if I could technically fit all of them, like manage to have time for all of them, I always don't want to do one thing because I think about the fact that I'm supposed to do the other thing, and I'm also not doing the other thing because I have like some third thing going on, and then I end up not doing anything. And like if I have to take care of two things, I'm not doing either of them, and I'm just wasting time. But anyway, corded pockets. This was page 30 something, I think. Flat braiding flaps, non-sag effect. In diagram 5 we have represented the bottom half of Silesia with the non-sag device. That is to say, the Silesia is cut wide? No, there is some other letter in front. Where was that? Is cut wide? Wide for bottom half. Where do I have this in the digital form? Where is that? Page 33. This is 8. Yeah, no idea what that is. Anyway, Silesia cut wide for the bottom half and large something taken something the bottom upwards for about half its depth. Diagram 5. Where is diagram 5? Maybe this one? Okay, cut white again here. Is cut white for bottom half and a large maybe V taken out from the bottom upwards for about half its depth. And I assume it's about this diagram. And here it would be... where is that? This one. Probably. This is only diagram 5 that is near this section. Somewhat near. Okay, next we cut its seamed up as we show it at diagram 5. There is a considerable amount of fullness in the center of the pocket, indicated by the shading. I don't see shading. Well, anyway, I can just leave that. That's not that important. Corded pockets, next section. The most important item, whereas the method of procedure okay, the method of procedure so far as the patting in of the pocket and making, I'm still not sure about that word, patting, something in, well, of the pocket, and definitely not cutting, because it has this line in here that looks like a P. Of the pocket and the making up of the pocket mouth is concerned, will have to be altered somewhat from that followed in previous garments. The jetting of the pocket. What is? I think it is jetting. What is jetting? There is no jetting in here. Okay, maybe it's a different word. Whereas that pocket mouth is concerned, altered somewhat from the previous garments. The something ink of the pocket and the stitching of the pocket mouth is in any form of on the outside will be dispensed with, because here the pocket will be etched with a cord, and the material to form the inside pocket will be sewn on to the forepart directly above and below the line of pocket. The material to form the inside pocket will be sewn onto the forepart directly above and below the line of the pocket. If you so wish, though, so far as the top is concerned, it will be better to sew a fairly deep strip of cloth to form a facing. And that is quite tiring to read. In this form of pocket, as well as any other, a linen stay at the back is essential. The pocket silesia will be sewn through linen stay. Did I say anything already about linen stay? Making up pocket mouth, material. I don't think so. In this form pocket, linen stay. Oh, linen stay. linen stay at the back is essential. The pocket silesia will be sewn through this linen stay along the bottom part and the cloth facing. Will be machined in the same way. The pocket silesia will be sewn through this linen stay along the bottom part, and the cloth facing along the top will be machined in the same way. Okay, so far it is pretty understandable. Now cut through the forepart and the linen between two edges of the materials machined on. Cut slightly less than the line of the machining and nick the both, maybe? Yeah, probably both corners in a slanting direction, just to the sewing at either end, as previously explained. Turn the lower silesia pocket inside and baste along to keep it firmly in place. Oh, right, I am already at the next section. It was turn the lower second paragraph, somewhere in here. Turn the lower silesia pocket. Okay, continuing. Turn the lower silesia pocket inside and baste along to keep it firmly in place. Lap the forepart over to something to the facing at top. These two operations will have made up the pocket mouth and at the same time have left a gap or a space between two edges of cloth, now forming the opening. This gap will prove an advantage because it will afford space for the cord to fit into when it is sewn to the pocket mouth, and so fill up the space as we see in the diagram. See in the diagram. Yeah, not a very detailed diagram. Next. The other half of the inside pocket will be brought up to the top of the pocket facing on the inside. The lower edge of facing will be fastened to the pocket onto sewings. The fastening at the top and the bottom of pocket will be found sufficiently strong to meet all ordinary usage for a pocket of this description. What again? The lower edge of the facing will be fastened to the pocket. The two sewings, the fastening at the top and bottom of the pocket of pocket facing will be found sufficiently strong. Okay, I'm not sure about the seam allowance in here. What is supposed to be the seam allowance? How big is this gap supposed to be? Next operation is shaping and machining of the inside pocket and the tacking of the ends where the material has been nicked. To permit pocket mouth being turned in. Wait, it's not turned in yet. Next operation is shaping and machining of the inside pocket and tacking of the ends where the material has been nicked to permit of the pocket mouth being turned in and silesia to go inside and take proper position. Okay, proper position. To go take proper position, now tag the ends of pocket strongly with here. Tag the ends of pocket strongly with the form of stitching illustrated on the diagram, in the diagram. But in this case you can dispense with the maybe this is first in a parenthesis. Probably not. That looks very much like D, but I don't understand what D outside would mean. With the something, you can dispense with outside the straight line of tacking stitches directly across the ends of pocket. Wait, again. Now tag the ends of the pocket strongly with the form of stitching illustrated in the diagram. Form of stitching illustrated in the diagram. Which diagram? There is no detailed diagram in here. I wonder if you could do some kind of sophisticated OCR on this and actually make the letters more legible. OCR. What are the options for that? PDF OCR. Tesseract OCR. Wait, what is this? Performing OCR on a PDF. Step-by-step process, convert two images using Ghost script. And then OCR on an image. I'm a bit curious about that. Let's maybe create a new folder. This will be pockets. Yes, create a new folder. Copy this into pockets. And now in here I want this. I don't know what's happening. Is it doing something? What is this window? Convert each input PDF file into higher resolution PNG images named something. Perform OCR. Can I specify a page in here? What is this? Save. How about normal terminal? CD, documents, pockets, and this again. This window is called Ghost script. Maybe it's doing something just very slowly. I wish there was more output in here. I have no idea what am I supposed to do with this. If I'm supposed to do anything. Nothing appears in here. No new files. There was also another version, pockets. This I flattened, I think, if I'm not mistaken, as to what this operation is called. Oh, wait. This still doesn't seem to be doing anything. I remember that I have PDFR. No. PDF Arranger. I think this has an option of extracting images. Documents, here, pockets, this, and that would be page 30 something. This is 34. So this one. Can I extract that? Extract, copy image. Explode into images. Copy image. Can I paste now? Let's see. Again, documents. Okay, this does seem to work. Pasted image. And tesseract. I definitely don't have anything called tesseract. Sudo d, first of all, DNF search, tesser, how do you spell that? Tesser, double S. Tesseract. Looks like there is a lot of Tesseract stuff. A raw OCR engine. Okay. Sudo dnf install Tesseract. Yeah. Operation. Oh, aborted. Oh, this is no by default. Okay, there is additional space in here, so maybe this is also wrong. Actually, there are a lot of additional spaces. Maybe that's why it didn't work. Not this. How about now? Oh, now it works. Okay, this website is just stupid. So, language, English, tesseract, image. Wait, what is that? The image? Image.png? Perform an images, script to... Okay, tesseract. Paste that image. Paste that image. Paste image. And English. ENG. Error. Yeah, I completely don't understand what that's about. Oh wait, I think I'm reading it wrong. I think it's removing PNG. So in that case... Oh, I had it backwards. This should be... Again, pasted image without PNG. Paste method resolution. Okay, looks like nonsense already. Corded POC. Pfe. Most important item in this is... I think I'm better at character recognition than Tesseract. Any other options in here? Specify custom language. OCR, Tesseract, how to use. PDF info, making pockets. Is there DPA in here? Subject, creator, encrypted size, page size, and points. What was the figured out resolution? 108. What if I try to do... not here. DPI... I don't know, 200? Okay, now it's this. Did it change? It did change somewhat. Is it better now? Corded poke the most. Okay, that doesn't help me at all. I guess I will have to just figure it out later. Maybe off stream, or maybe like actually on stream if I don't have anything else to do. But anyway, now continuing in here. Next operation, shaping and machining of the inside pockets and tacking of the ends where materials has been nicked to permit pocket mouth from being turned in and the silesia to go inside and take proper position. Now tack the ends of pocket strongly with the form of stitch illustrated in the diagram, but in this case you can dispense with the something outside the straight line of tacking stitches directly across the ends of pocket. Before the cord are put on, the pockets should be well pressed and dampened because generally those cords are cords used for the purpose of trimming are very delicate, of a very delicate shape and texture, and even where they are of one shade, blue, black, crimson, etc., there is a sheen on the cord that will suffer seriously. I'm suffering seriously. In a hot iron, if a hot iron is applied. And here. Arranging for the chords. The particular... Right, it said something about lining. Suffers seriously before the chords are put on the pockets should be well pressed and dampened. used for trimming a very delicate shade. Purpose of chords used for the purpose of trimming are of a very delicate shade, and here is fa, side and limiting are of very dull. Yeah, complete nonsense. How is it possible that this character recognition is so much worse than just me guessing? I guess like it would be quite understandable if it was handwriting, because then you have loads of different options, but these are like normal printed letters. I think it should be easier for a computer to figure it out in here. And the particular style of decoration used in the pocket before is known as the crow's toe, and 3 eyes are formed with the cord by means of overlapping it as we carry it around the ends of pockets. In some cases, a single eye is placed in the center of the pocket line, top and underside. As we something the cord along, but generally the edges of pocket mouth are something, just as we show in the diagram. In order to guide us in the shaping of the eyes, so yeah, these are the measurements. First, mark line across the end of pocket, then one out from the end of the pocket, but in line with its curve. Go out, say 1 inch from each end and 3/4 up and down from center of pocket line. These measurements will give a line around which to run the cord to form a loop. To form a loop and give a nicely shaped eye in its center. Except in rare circumstances, the measurements given will be found quite large enough for infilling or stitching the cord on inward edge of cord. Wait, what? For large enough for infilling or stitching the cord on. The inner edge of cord is kept to point of measure. This is both hard to read and hard to understand. And for in large enough for in felling, so felling stitch, or stitching the cord on. The inner edge of cord is kept to the point of measure, thus giving it nicely egg-shaped center. Before commencing the trimming operation, you will take the precaution to examine the cord so as to find its proper twist. If this is done, we shall have little trouble when felling it on the pocket mouth or forming loops at the end, for the eyes will more readily fall in their place by reason of the fact that the wind of the cord is not loosened or disturbed. Not loosened or disturbed. At the end of the pocket where you commence the trimming process, you will have to make a hole with a bodkin and pass the cord what is that? It's in here. You will have to make a hole with a... This is probably B or maybe H. Bodkin. Is that a word? Bodkin. Looks like it is a word. Bodkin needle. Hole with a bodkin. Next. And press the cord again at the end of the pocket where you commence the trimming process. You will have to make a hole with a bodkin and pass the cord up from underneath, fastening the end of it on the inside. So that is supposed to be quite a large hole. First, eye will be formed and carrying it round to form the other two. Take care that the cord runs uniformly. 34-35 uniformly. That is to say, that is weird is. What is this line? That list? Maybe it's just some random line, and it is actually is. That is to say that each time the cord is crossed to form a loop, we reverse the order of its crossing. Right, again. The first eye will be formed, and carrying it round to form the other two, take care of the cord. That cord runs uniformly, and that is to say that each time the cord is crossed to form a loop, we reverse the order of its crossing. Reverse the order of its crossing. So that when a figure is complete, cord will run alternately over and under. When you come back to the starting point, after carrying the cord all around the pocket, you will pass the ends of the cord through the hole and the underneath, and fasten it firmly there as in the first instance. The joint of cord is covered by the loop, which is fastened down in turning of the eye. There are several forms of something, cords, used in the decoration of dress, vest pockets. Sometimes 2 and even 3 rows of different patterned cords and narrow braid are used in combination. Fine cord along the outer edge of the welt, then zigzag that cord or braid of very narrow, make a slight distance from the edge and somewhere in here. There are several forms. Okay, somewhere in here. Several forms. Find a cord along the narrow or very narrow, make a slight distance from the edge, and a something further row of first and some different pattern, a slight distance from the zigzag. I don't understand that at all. Okay, these cords and braids are of very delicate make, mostly silk or fine mohair. The stitch which they are put on is either the side stitch or felling stitch. What is side stitch? I don't think I'm familiar with side stitch. Here, side stitch. Not like this. Sewing. Side stitch. Half back stitch. Front fabric. I could probably find that in some of the old books. Ladder stitch, running stitch, base stitch. Yeah, I could probably find that somewhere in some book, but I don't care enough. I will just use felling stitch. or the felling stitch. Be careful to keep your cord from going loose or long along the pocket mouth. Maybe loose? That seems like it's not enough letters for loose. No, going loose, or is it tight? No, definitely not. Well, anyway, or something along the pocket mouth, and whether the run of the pocket is curved or straight across the rules set out apply just the same. The reason why the loop going out from the end of pocket is marked 1 inch, while these up and down from it are marked in 3/4, is to equalize the size somewhat. Otherwise, the up and down figures would appear out of proportion to the center loop. Okay, that's almost the end. This is a style of pocket which accuracy of detail is very essential. The details of cording across the top of patch pockets seen in diagram 10. Where is diagram 10? Maybe it was, well, this is diagram 10, but it doesn't seem at all relevant. Maybe it was supposed to be diagram 1, because this is diagram 1, and this is patch on pockets. On diagram 10. And diagram 10 are precisely the same, with the exception that are only one line cord between the crow's toes at either end. If you desire, there is no objection in edge of patch being corded all around. Okay, I guess I can try that. Oh, I don't need that. I will change the thread to this polyester thread and some fabric. I think this will be fine. And yeah, maybe I will use only this. First of all, the thread in here. Am I clocked in on the task? Yeah. And I can also now loosen this a bit. Okay, this is ready. Now I can take care of the fabric. So I want a pocket going something maybe like this. Now, on this side also doesn't work very well. It is supposed to be curved a bit, so I am putting in a bit of a curve. And then I will need some piece of canvas and maybe additionally a stay tape, because I'm not sure if this canvas is like fine enough. Now the stay tape. Lower. And now underneath another piece of stay tape. And now one edge. One edge in here. Okay, the needle is too low. Again, here. And I don't exactly see the line in here. Also, it would have to be a matching curve. Maybe I should give up on a curve, because I don't really see much point to it, and it will just make things more complicated. So this can be a straight line. Maybe on a dressing gown I will do a curve. Cut and cut. And how does it look like on the underside? This is horrible. I completely missed the stay tape. Well, I will have to just be careful for the actual pocket, not just the mock-up. For now, it doesn't really matter, because this is just for added strength. But I do have to bring this higher. Maybe even higher. And this one also. Still slightly too low, but anyway, remove this pin, And then I want to know if the cord like that will be enough to cover this this entire opening. Maybe. Now I have to cut that open. And nick the nick the ends into the corners. Not that easy. Maybe I could try with these scissors, a bit bigger scissors. But not much sharper. In fact, they are probably duller. And the other end. Looks like in here I didn't nick this enough. Okay, now it's flat. Maybe I went a bit too far because it seems that that I cut the thread. But it's fine, it probably won't fall apart immediately. Maybe I could base that fast. Okay, that should be good. Now couple stitches on the end. That should also be good. And now maybe I could do some machine stitches in here and at the end. Maybe even first at the end. Now across or along. So now I have a fairly pockety pocket, and I can try actually doing the corded part, the cording part. I think it will be quite hard to make it completely cover the entire opening. If I squish everything like that, I would need 3 of those cords. How about the thicker one? This is 3mm and this is 5. Will this one be better? maybe, but then I'm not sure about the loops. I think the loops look fine in this size. So maybe I will actually go with 5mm. Or maybe I should try out both. I'm not sure. Anyway. So I'm supposed to make a hole and pass the entire cord through the hole. I don't think I will be able to make a hole this size. Okay, now pass through. And it's through. So I think now I should probably make the marks first. 1 inch out. And in here, 1 down, and this way. I think those marks will be sufficient. The 3/4 of an inch I will just do by eye as I go. This should go this way. This way and across. Should I pin this down? Maybe I can pin this down as I go. Or maybe it would be better to have something like this. Now I can press everything, all of the pins straight down. And maybe even I could push the pins in here. At those cross points and then wrap the cord around. Of course, I put the chord, spool of chord on the keyboard. Okay, here, and last one in here. Across the top seam, or along the top seam, across the pocket. In the opening. Now, to make this symmetric, I want to go on top, like this. And then also on top. Maybe this is a bit too tight. Ad starting soon. Okay, now this loop. Here and here, and the last loop around here. And the last loop on the other side, other way around. And here I'm also supposed to push that through the hole, and I probably have to make another hole because there is no way it would fit through just one hole. Maybe further down here. I feel like I am disrupting the shape of everything a bit. I hope not too much. Okay, now I can push this needle again, and I will have to cut this. Cut this and pull through the other side, onto the other side. Okay, now this needle again, this pin again. Okay, I think it doesn't look completely horrible. It could end up worse. Maybe it's not completely even. But I think that's mostly a matter of marking. Now, how am I supposed to actually stitch that on? Maybe first I could do some basting stitches. Actually, that will be probably too short. Hmm. Yeah, it's not so easy. I have no idea how to base that on without lifting everything, because if I lift everything, then I will detach all of those pins. Ow! I stabbed myself a little. Okay, almost on the other edge, also at the other end. Now this way. I think basting it right away would be easier, because then I would be able to go up and down as opposed to decide like this. Maybe now at this point I can actually remove all of those pins. And it does feel a bit unsymmetric. Probably because on this end I have all of those chords. I have both of the ends. And when I was putting the other one through, I probably disrupted the shape a bit. Okay, now basting flat again. And now I can remove the rest of the pins. And see how it looks. I think fairly acceptable. As expected, this doesn't completely close everything, but I think it will be fine. Even if it's slightly open like this, it still doesn't look horribly. And I still want to see how it looks when it's not just pasted. So I don't want to waste this thread because I don't have a lot of it, so I think just black should be fine. Yeah, black. And I wonder what am I gonna do tomorrow, considering the fact that I don't have any materials for anything. Let's start in here. I don't have a proper cord because it has to be slightly shiny cord. So that's something I will have to buy, and then I also have to buy some fabric for the facing, for the lining, not facing. And I also have to buy buttons, finally. And for the cord, I was looking through some of the options, and I definitely won't be able to afford an actual silk cord. I was looking at the prices, and looks like just for all those details I would have to spend more money on all those than entire rest of the dressing gown. And this dressing gown is already super expensive. And I will definitely have to do this on both sides of the cord, because otherwise it will, in here and also in all those loops, because otherwise it will have a tendency to like tip one way instead of being securely attached. securely, flatly. I think that I will probably have to attach the cord with the blue thread, matching the main fabric of the dressing gown. Because I think that matching the color of the thread to the cord will look quite weird. I will have all those lines going down. Or actually, on the other hand, this fabric is very fuzzy, so it will probably not really be visible. Or not actually fuzzy, like fluffy. Like it's velvet, so it has those this like short hair. I would probably just have to test that. But that's something I'm gonna do when I will actually have a thread that I want to use. I should probably stitch this a bit more sparsely. Considering the fact that this is just a mock-up. And I want to just see how it looks like. Though stitching it sparsely will probably affect the look a tiny bit. I don't know, maybe it's just because this is a straight section, but this section felt much better to work with than those. Maybe it's just because it's a straight section, but maybe it has something to do with the fact that this is based on differently. Like this is based onto the side, and this is just up and down. So when I will be doing the actual pocket on the dressing gown, I think I will try to just base that cord on as I go. Okay, I went all the way around. Now I think I could bring those together. Do a bit of stitching in here. Okay, I think this is just hopeless. So cut in here. This is also hopeless. Now I can go into here again and connect all of this together, something like this. Okay, now I can fill the other edge, or rather the other side of the cord. There is no real edge in here. Okay, now I'm at the other end, and at this other end I can end the pocket. I can stitch everything in here together. This is fine. So now I guess I can take care of the inner attachment in here. Maybe this is a bit too long. Yeah, this is definitely more secure when it's attached from both sides. This has a tendency to like kind of roll around. Now here. And now inside the loops, and that will be it. So today, for the entire stream, I haven't done literally anything substantial, anything of value. Well, I guess this is kind of of value, because I'm learning. I'm gaining experience. But it's not something that will be actually used on the dressing gown. At least this piece, because the technique will be used. cut and this. Let's get rid of all of those basting stitches. And then I will be able to have a proper look on how it looks. And coming around. Okay, so these are the effects of today's work. Today's trying out new stuff, new technique. I think that it's not horrible. I expected that this will turn out worse. All right. Out of focus. I didn't put that much care into it, into all of the shapes in here, all of the loops. But it still doesn't look that bad. And when I will be doing this again on the actual dressing gown, I think I will definitely do this like holding in my hand, and I will be basting as I go, because stitching this down to this piece of foam is fine, but but then trying to baste it when like pinning this down to this foam is fine, but then trying to baste it as it's pinned down is quite hard, quite annoying, and quite easy to deform. I want to cut off the edges in here because they are fraying. Okay, so this is done, and that's it for today. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do tomorrow because I don't have cord to make the pockets. Well, I guess I could make the pockets themselves and the dressing gown because I have everything for that. But then they would be unfinished. They wouldn't have the cord in here. But still, maybe I could do that tomorrow. But that probably won't take the entire stream. So yeah, I have no idea. I can't do the lining because I don't have fabric for the lining. So I will have to just figure stuff out. Maybe I could take care of this PDF file in here, make this a bit more readable, try to make it a bit more readable, look for some solutions for that. But anyway, so that's it for today. I will do something tomorrow, and thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow. Bye.